After 15 matches without a win, survival hopes were given a massive boost at the start of February. A perfect week at the Valley began with Derby delight against high-flying Wimbledon.
This looks promising for Charlton. Still, and still! Oh, what a goal! Martin Pringle! Charlton in front! And when you talk about a solo effort, that's what you mean.
Well, he certainly had some good fortune here. I think the unfortunate player is Perry. Blackwell just holds him up here. This is where he gets lucky because Perry slips over. The chance is presented to him. He's not going to miss from that distance. It's the first chance of the game, and we've got our first goal. It actually goes straight through the legs of Sullivan. It's not the sort of defending you associate with Wimbledon. They've got 3 players there against Pringle. They can't get it away. Pringle tucks it under Sullivan for the opening goal.
Redfearn for Charlton. Powell. Nice little ball, but Blackwell has got in a mess. Oh, it's another goal for Charlton. And when you're down the bottom, that's the kind of luck you need. We've had 2 crazy goals tonight, but Charlton aren't complaining. They're 2-0 up. What a mess.
Well, I was involved in a bizarre own goal on Saturday, Alan, but this one is just as bizarre. It really is a horrendous error. I can only think that Sullivan is caught for it. Blackwell has allowed the ball to go through to him, but it's Blackwell who go down as an own goal. It comes back off his leg. Unbelievable.
And there can be only seconds remaining now. And that's it. It's all over. No excessive celebrations from Alan Kirbishley because he knows that's just the start of a long, long haul back up the mountain.
The Addicts' first win since October, and the arrival of former England star John Barnes put Alan Kirbishley's men in good spirits for the showdown with Liverpool.
I'm surprised at the atmosphere around the club, bearing in mind the situation we're in the league.
Yeah, because you know, at situations like this, when you go to teams at the bottom of any division, you know, there's a lot of pressure on the players, a lot of pressure on the manager, and therefore the atmosphere is quite tense. But it's very relaxed here, and this is even before the Wimbledon result, you know. So I was surprised that it was as relaxed as it is.
We're looking forward now to this game coming up against Liverpool, Alan. But first of all, that was a massive lift to everyone, wasn't it? The victory against Wimbledon.
Certainly was. I think it was a game. I think most people would say that we had to win, and I've been. You know, I keep looking back at the run in frustration because I know a lot of it was self-inflicted. We keep talking about bad luck and that, but I think some of our performances warranted more points, and we know that we've held our own so far this year. We haven't been that spectacular, you know, we haven't gone out and absolutely thumped sides, but we've held our own, and I think most people would agree that that's been the case, but we haven't got the points. And so on Monday, it was just a question of getting the points. And I think it showed in the first half. I think the players were very nervous. Although I don't feel they've felt any real pressure. I mean, obviously the players have their own things to deal with, but I've not felt under any pressure whatsoever. You know, we've been doing our best, and that's it. But I think on Monday, the one thing that did come out for me was the crowd. I think the crowd pulled us through on Monday. I think they've been magnificent anyway all year, but Monday was a different game, and it wasn't that exciting. It wasn't too many things to get up for, but I was up for the 90 minutes.
I think when you have a game like the Manchester game, you can carry that forward to the next game, and Wimbledon, luckily enough, played into our hands. We played them well that night and got the result.
The result was great. The victory was so important, but it was a rare clean sheet for us as well.
Yeah, that's right. I think someone said it's been since mid-November that we haven't kept a clean sheet, and so that's always nice. You know, you can't lose if you keep a clean sheet. You know, the worst you can get is a point. So that's fantastic, and we hope to build from there. You know.
What do you think now about this game against Liverpool? Because the Wimbledon result was an important one, but really you need to follow it up now, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think once again we'll settle for any result. You know, I think before now because of the run we've been having, we've wanted wins rather than draws, and I think Saturday we've just got to look for a draw or a win. You know, whatever comes our way, just don't lose. At this stage of the season, we just can't afford to lose to anybody.
Getting back to the Liverpool game, we were talking about the boost we got from Wimbledon, but really what we need now is to add to that, don't we?
Yeah, and I think that Coventry showed the way a couple of weeks ago. Liverpool, when we went up to Liverpool, after that they didn't have a particularly good run. They had a terrible run really, and now they've got themselves back together again. But they went up to Coventry 2 weeks ago and got beat 2-1, and deservedly so. And now they come to us, and I see it as a similar game. I don't think we should be overawed by it. I think that they've got some quality in there, that's for sure. Like all the sides we've been playing recently, you know, there's some undoubted quality and world-class players there. But we've competed with them before, and I'm sure we will today. And as much as the Wimbledon game goes to lift, if we get a result against Liverpool, especially with other teams not playing, then it could be a nice little bonus.
So welcome again to the Valley this afternoon for the FA Carling Premiership match between Charlton and Liverpool. Once again, very briefly run through the two sides for you. Liverpool have number 1, David James in goal. 5, Steve Staunton. 7, Steve McManaman. 9, Robbie Fowler. 10, Michael Owen. 11, Redknapp. 14, Gerard Heggem. 17, Paul Ince. 20, Steve Bjornebye. 21, Matteo, and 23, Jamie Carragher. Charlton have number 28 in goal, Simon Royce. 2, Danny Mills. 3, Chris Powell. 4, Neil Redfearn. 8, Mark Kinsella. 9, Andy Hunt. 11, John Robinson. 12, Steve Brown. 15, Keith Jones. 23, Carl Tyler. 39, Martin Pringle.
It's a big day for John Barnes, plenty of autographs for him to sign. Joined Charlton this week on a free transfer from Newcastle, but of course he spent most of his career with Liverpool, 10 years in all. Barnes would love to make an appearance today off the Charlton bench. Liverpool sporting their away kit, white shirts.
It's been a very hectic week at the Valley this week, as I'm sure you're all aware of the publicity we've had just recently. A lot of people have worked very hard to ensure this game has gone ahead. Perhaps we'll just show you appreciation.
A tunnel announcement here at the Valley, asking the fans to show their appreciation for those who have worked hard to get this game on after the problem with the floodlights this week. There were fears they might have to bring the kick-off forward to avoid using the lights. They haven't had to. And it is a traditional 3 o'clock start for Charlton against Liverpool. Charlton having finally rediscovered winning ways against Wimbledon, hoping they can build on that. But for Liverpool, a European place, maybe even a Champions League place, is the target. That's all they have left to play for, of course, having been knocked out of all cup competitions. Redfearn straight at Gerard Heggem, who scored a wonderful goal against Middlesbrough last week. Michael Owen finds his strike partner Fowler. Jamie Redknapp. Paul Ince, those two were teammates in England's midfield against France. McManaman was just fouled by Keith Jones, who doesn't want to give the ball back to him. Jones, who was such a key man in Charlton's promotion campaign last season, but has largely been left on the bench this season since the arrival of Neil Redfearn. So it's going to be Redknapp from the free kick. It's straight through, it's straight behind. It's a goal kick. Redknapp won his 11th cap for England in midweek, but got a bit of stick in doing so. Charlton captain Kinsella will take this corner, and Andy Hunt didn't connect properly, which is a shame for him because that was a pretty decent chance for the Londoners. Hunt allowed a free strike. Liverpool can be a little fallible at times from those sort of set pieces. It's Charlton 0, Liverpool 0 at the Valley. Kinsella. Robinson. Straight at Staunton, who now feeds Redknapp. Lovely touchdown for Fowler, but it was soon whipped away from him. Here's Powell. Tyler. Hunt. Pringle. Redfearn. Jones was getting back from an offside position, so Redfearn couldn't have poked it through to him. Tried to put Robinson away. Bjornebye covers. Liverpool with 5 wins in their last 7 games. A run which has taken them from 12th in the table to 5th. Royce's kick out, I don't think he meant that somehow. It found Powell. And Powell is offside. Redfearn floated it away to him. Charlton thought they were on the break then, but they were not, thanks to him. Carragher's free kick. Here's Owen. Brown blocked his route to goal. And Owen getting booed by the home fans. Certainly nothing much in that challenge from Steve Brown. Owen with 19 goals to his name this season. Royce and Charlton kept their first clean sheet in 13 games against Wimbledon last Monday night. The likes of Fowler and Owen around, they know they're going to have to work pretty hard to keep a second consecutive clean sheet. Ince's header. Kinsella. Now Redknapp. Powerful surging run from Redknapp. And now Robbie Fowler. Cut out by Kinsella. McManaman. Being hassled by Keith Jones. And Ince fouled by Kinsella. Credit to Paul Ince, who was quickly on his feet and shaking hands with Kinsella, who's actually 1 yellow card short of a suspension. Staunton to Fowler. The knock-on comfortably collected by Simon Royce. Nudged on by Jones. Hunt finding Robinson. Danny Mills. Charlton with just 3 home wins in the Premiership this season against Southampton, West Ham and Wimbledon. Can they claim a major scalp here? Not with passes like that from Matteo. Chris Powell's throw towards another of the recruits from last summer for Charlton, Redfearn. Won well by Heggem though. Ince. McManaman. Staunton. Now Bjornebye. A sweeping Liverpool move this, which is halted abruptly by Robinson's challenge. Bjornebye's throw, and here's Fowler, kept it in and won the corner off Steve Brown. When these 2 teams met at Anfield in September, Charlton were twice ahead and had a goal controversially disallowed from Andy Hunt. Fowler now looking to put Owen away. McManaman, free kick's been given against Owen. One of the game's liveliest moments so far, as Owen threatened to get away. Mills held him up and was then judged to have been pulled back by Michael Owen. These two teams shared 6 goals in that Anfield thriller in September. Not much sign so far that they're going to repeat the feat, but you never know. Matteo. Redknapp. It's going to go through to Bjornebye. No, it isn't. Robinson. At full stretch for a little man. Met it. It's a Liverpool throw. Now the referee, I think, is going to have a word with Mervyn Day, perhaps, on the touchline. I think he might want to straight out of his dugout a little bit there. And Mike Reid just giving Mervyn Day a bit of a warning. Herbersley's number 2 here at Charlton, the former West Ham goalkeeper. Carragher. Staunton. Fowler is going to latch onto this. Danny Mills stuck doggedly to his job and was fouled by Fowler. And it really has been a game littered with free kicks so far and not much else. Will be Fowler, who's an unused substitute for England in midweek. His strike partner Michael Owen started the game, of course. Hunt and Staunton stuck together then. Danny Mills. Hunt. Steve Brown. Now Robinson. Keith Jones nearby. Trying to slip it back to Robinson, but McManaman got back for Liverpool. And very effectively so. Redfearn won it ahead of Ince. X-rated midfield battle between those two. Now Powell. And Heggem pokes a toe in. Just past the half-hour mark at the Valley. Powell, he fell backwards then, long throw, and Pringle got a kick in the face from McManaman for his troubles, and Keith Jones' shot was deflected wide for a corner. And Liverpool couldn't quite cope with that. Can they cope with this corner? Sent in by Kinsella, but that's an easy catch for David James. And his throw out finds Matteo. Now this could be some burst for Liverpool with McManaman. The first time cross. And Robinson got back, put it to him. McManaman finding Fowler. Into the path of Paul Ince. Well, I think that's going out of the ground, would you believe? It has. From Paul Ince. I'm glad he found it funny. Ince, who's banged in a few goals from that sort of position, but that one's gone into the road outside. It remains Charlton 0, Liverpool 0 at the Valley. But hey, at least we had a shot near goal.
Flipped on by Andy Hunt. Pringle. Nicely through to Redfearn. Into the box it goes. Right across the box it goes. Situation that promised much but delivered little in the end for Charlton. Redfearn at the centre of it. After Pringle's neat little flick towards him, but it was just too far ahead of everyone rushing in. Charlton actually topped the table way back in August at the start of the season, as indeed did Liverpool in that month. It was quite easy to top the table in August. Here's Redknapp. He's gone past Redfearn, but he's overrun it. And in fact, the free kick has been given, I think. Redknapp not too sure what he's got, but a free kick. Staunton with his left foot may be the one to send this one in, or perhaps Redknapp. Perhaps the more likely candidate as Staunton moves away. So it's Redknapp then, deflected off the two-man wall. McManaman! Wonderful save from Simon Royce. As Steve McManaman finally produced a serious chance in this game. Might have been drifting wide, but Royce wasn't about to bank on that fact. Staunton with the Liverpool's corner. Swirled in, away by Brown. Miscue by Redfearn, but Brown was there again. Kinsella decides that the back row is the best option in that situation. It's been fantastic for Charlton, Mark Kinsella, since joining them from Colchester. Bjorneby's throw. Fowler. Redknapp was fouled by Keith Jones. So what can Liverpool do with this? Redknapp's free kick. Royce is coming. Clean punch. Here's McManaman. And Fowler really caught that well, but it cannoned off Kinsella. Robinson trying to save the corner, and has done so. Not only that, he's got the throw. Fowler with 13 goals this season. Throw, there was a nudge from Staunton on Andy Hunt. Mills with Charlton's free kick. Hunt flipped it on, and Matteo sent it away. Jones, Kinsella, Pringle. Oh, Bjornebye made a mess of it and presents Charlton with a corner, which you can be sure they will gratefully accept. Kinsella with his Charlton corner. And Ince has knocked it behind again. So it's take two. Kinsella's corner. And Robinson's header! And Pringle knocks it over. Closest Charlton have come. It was John Robinson who was horribly unmarked then. Pringle wasn't exactly picked up either. Liverpool sporting their change kit. In white shirts today, they will kick off the second half. Fowler and Owen, with 32 goals between them this season, but barely a glimpse of goal for them so far this afternoon. Danny Mills with Charlton's throw here. Flicked on by Pringle for Andy Hunt. And he's got past Carragher, although it deflected off the Liverpool defender in the end. And over for a corner. Andy Hunt threatening right at the start of the second half. Diverted over by Carragher. So it's a Charlton corner. Kinsella goes for the near post. And it was away by Carragher. James eventually gets a fist to it. And Charlton certainly come out of the second half immensely fired up. Danny Mills with the long throw aimed towards Andy Hunt. We've made contact, away by Ince. Powell. Neil Redfearn. Kinsella available. It was plucked away from him by Redfearn though, and now Michael Owen bearing down on Charlton's defence. Trying to pick out his strike partner Fowler to no avail. But Liverpool can try again. McManaman. Very stray pass, cut out by Robinson. Andy Hunt. McManaman has won the throw of Robinson now. Bjorneby's throw. McManaman. And here's Robbie Fowler. Blazed it well wide in the end. Royce came out quickly. Fowler had to take it first time. Heggem's header. Going to be a booking for Paul Ince. Well, he's seen a few of them in his time. Paul Ince caught Kinsella, and we've had two quick yellow cards. And Andy Hunt now, he's got away here. Oh, he's hooked it over. And what a chance for Charlton. Hunt certainly read that better than Staunton did. It's a very high ball. And James did enough to put him off. Mills won the header. Here is Hunt. It's a livelier second half. And that was a foul from Staunton. I think there's going to be another yellow card. Well, we've had three in a couple of minutes. Staunton is booked knew what he was doing there, I think. Kinsella with Charlton's free kick. It's over the head of Tyler, but it drops for Steve Brown, of all people. That's actually gone out for a throw-in. Steve Brown has done a solid job at the back for Charlton when he's been called upon this season, which hasn't been too many times. You want to be told to get a move on. It's nudged out of play by Staunton. Mills fancying the long throw. Tyler has moved up from the back. And it's him who got a flick on. And David James plucks it from underneath the crossbar as Martin Pringle latched onto it. Pringle at full stretch. So a Liverpool corner for Jamie Redknapp. Drilled in, and it came to Fowler, and Owen tried his best to steer it towards goal, but the outcome is merely a goal kick. A brief flurry of activity here in the Charlton box. It was heads all the way. On by Hunt. Hesitancy from Matteo. Robinson trying to barge his way past. And Robinson did well to get his cross in. It's Pringle. And Heggem's flying kick at that. Gave Pringle another opportunity. Charlton are going to bring on John Barnes for his debut shortly. I think they're just going to wait, or are they doing it now? Now he is ready. John Barnes signed on a free transfer from Newcastle, and what a moment for him here as he comes on for Charlton against the club that he served so superbly across a decade. Neil Redfearn is the man who makes way. John Barnes, a Liverpool legend, comes on to face the Reds. Danny Mills. Robinson trying to get him round the back. Staunton clear, but only to Keith Jones. And his cross looks for Pringle. Looked like there might have been a bit of a push then. Andy Hunt. Hunt. And now Pringle. It was blocked by Carragher. And Liverpool can bring it away with Robbie Fowler. McManaman. Ince. Maybe it's opening up for Liverpool a bit here. Kinsella decides that it won't. Free kick going Charlton's way. Now there was a challenge by Paul Ince, and it's a red card that's been shown. Well, it's all turning a little nasty. I think it's Jamie Carragher who's been shown the red card. It's a red card for Jamie Carragher, and Liverpool are down to 10 men. Well, this was the incident. Kinsella was challenged by Ince, and that considered to be an elbow from Jamie Carragher. I have to say at first glance, might be considered a little harsh, but Carragher is off. Charlton are down to 10 men. Pringle caught by Carragher, and Mike Reed was in no doubt. Steve Brown's free kick has picked out Robinson, and his cross, Staunton made the mistake, and it's going to be a goal for Keith Jones! Within seconds of Liverpool going down to 10 men, Keith Jones has pounced, and Charlton's battle for survival is most definitely commencing. Robinson's cross, Liverpool seem to be their own worst enemies here. Staunton's miss kick, and Keith Jones has put Charlton 1-0 up. Well, here's Bjornebye. Paul Ince now. It's going to run away from Michael Owen. Well, Charlton lead thanks to a man who hasn't had too much of a part to play in their Premiership campaign this season. Keith Jones was one of the unsung heroes of last season's promotion-winning side. The arrival of Redfearn has meant that he's been a bit-part player this season. But what a vital goal that might turn out to be as the season progresses. Andy Hunt now. Danny Mills. Robinson. Questions will be asked about Liverpool and their inability to perform to any sort of consistent level. Making a change, Bjornebye being replaced by the Cameroon international Rigobert Song, who made his debut at Coventry a couple of weeks back, but has been left on the bench for the 2 games since by Gerard Houllier. Rigobert Song comes on to join a backline vacated by the sent-off Jamie Carragher. Second week running, Liverpool have had a player sent-off. Matteo was dismissed against Middlesbrough last week. Hopped on by Hunt. And Robinson. And Matteo did well. Ince delightfully brought under control. Staunton, who miskicked from the cross which led to Charlton's goal. And a fumble by Redknapp has allowed Pringle put in the clear by Kinsella, but Rigobert Song had no time for any rustiness then, having just joined the action, and he denied Pringle and Charlton what might well have been a clinching goal. Redknapp's error allowing Kinsella in, and what a timely intervention from Rigobert Song. Redknapp. A back heel which was rescued by Paul Ince. Here's McManaman. Ince goes for goal. Not seriously troubling Simon Royce though, with an effort like that. Keeper saw it coming all the way. Pringle tried to help it on to Hunt, failed to do so. Here's Song. Heggem. Met by Steve Brown. John Barnes. Hasn't had too many touches since coming on. Keith Jones has put Robinson in here. It opens up for Charlton again, but this time his cross is hacked behind by Staunton for a corner. Robinson perhaps might have taken a bit more time. Kinsella with this corner. 2-goal cushion would certainly suit Charlton, especially with the bad luck they've experienced at times this season. Kinsella whips it in, and it comes to Jones again. Blocked. Powell. Barnes. Foul by Matteo. John Barnes had a glorious career with Liverpool. Scored over 100 goals for them in just over 400 games. Here's Danny Mills. And it skidded its way through to David James. Heggem. Liverpool a goal down and a man down. Redknapp. Barnes. Aiming to inspire Charlton. And here he is again. Hits it back from Pringle and slips it through to Pringle. James has committed himself and did the business in the end. Simon Royce has slammed that straight into touch. John Barnes didn't figure in the Newcastle setup this season. Had a trial here, training with Charlton for a while. Did enough to impress Alan Kirbyshire. He was with them to the end of the season, and then they'll review the situation. Keith Jones has flicked it on to Pringle, to Hunt rather, and it was battered down by David James. Here is Hunt. Now Pringle. Barnes. Lovely pass. He's showing off now, John Barnes. And James will comfortably collect Powell's cross. Fowler. Staunton. Keith Jones to Andy Hunt. Robinson looking to take on Matteo. Robinson felt he was obstructed. The officials disagreed. McManaman. Fowler. Steve Brown, who's been very composed, offside possibly against both the strikers. Here's Staunton. Keith Jones. Barnes blocked that time by Staunton. Robinson. Kinsella the furthest man forward. Kinsella! Fierce drive. Straight at David James though. Well, it's taken a long time for this game to come to life, but it most certainly has. "36-year-old Mark Bright comes on for Charlton. Danny Mills with a throw. Oh, and the near post header was from Tyler. Pushed away by James. Here's Riedle. Ince. Riedle. McManaman. Here's Andy Hunt. Smuggled it through the legs of Gerrard to Barnes. Fowler. He's done a fair bit of tracking back in this game. And a foul by Riedle on Steve Brown. I think Brown felt this. Whack. Steve Brown making only his 7th start of the season. Performed heroically. Fowler sort of turning into a left winger at the moment. Matteo finding Redknapp, whether he meant to or not. Redknapp looking for Gerrard. Intercepted by Chris Powell. Tyler's clearance. Redknapp. Barnes' initial challenge. And there's a bit of afters going on between Kinsella and Redknapp. Meantime, it's going to be a throw-in. It'll be a throw, which will be taken by Chris Powell. Carl Tyler. Barnes to Powell. Tyler. Here's Powell. Song is with him, but he's got his cross in. And Bright proving to be a nuisance. Free kick though to Liverpool. Bright's challenge adjudged unfair. Nice bit of skill from Robinson, but it mattered not. Danny Mills with Charlton's free kick. The home fans enjoying the moment here at the Valley. Sensing 3 precious points in the fight for survival. Here's Robinson. He got his cross in. Away by Song. Redknapp. Still he has it, Redknapp. But now Barnes has it. And Charlton celebrate a second successive Premiership victory. It seems to be going their way at last after a run of desperate results and even more desperate bad luck for Alan Kirbysley's team. He may have felt he deserved that one, and so did his team.
You might feel you were owed all those half chances and that 1-0 win.
Yeah, and you know, I can't remember Simon making too many saves or for us being under too much pressure. I think McManaman had a shot in the first half. But no, we're grateful for the points. We've been saying all along that it was going to turn around for us, and this is the start of it. And 2 wins on the spin in the Premiership really does give you a lift.
Did you ever think you were going to be talking about 2 wins on the spin though, not so long ago?
I can't quite believe the run we've had. You know, if the truth be known, I think we're honest enough as a club, and would accept it if we wasn't there or good enough. But that's not been the case so far this year. We've only been really outgunned on a couple of occasions, and the rest of them we've been there with a chance of winning or at least picking something up. And that's been the case today. I think that we've always given ourselves a chance of picking something up. We've just not had perhaps a decisive touch at either end, and perhaps that little ingredient of luck. Perhaps it's turning around for us.
Yourself though, after being one of the unsung heroes last season really throughout the promotion campaign, you've had to settle for sort of a bit part this season, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been very disappointed, to be quite honest, after last season. You know, I played 50 games, and you know, I've only managed 5 or 6 this season. You know, and I wasn't in from the start. It's been disappointing, you know, but obviously today makes up for it somewhat.
John, glad to be back in business?
Yeah, well, I haven't played for a while, so just good to be back playing, given the opportunity to play, so I'm delighted, yeah.
A couple of nice touches there though still.
Well, I don't know how long it was on for. It felt like a long time, but I don't think it was too long. But it's just nice to be back playing and being involved and getting a chance to go out and play again in the Premier League.
It was one of those results that Charlton had to grind out a bit, didn't they?
Well, you know, when you're in the position that Charlton are in, I think it's going to be like this from now to the end of the season, you know, because it's tight down there. We have to grind results out, home and away, so we are delighted with that result.
Can you feel the confidence coming back now? You've got 2 wins on the row?
Yeah, confidence obviously is affected when you go on a run like we did. So to get to 2 wins on the trot, you know, it's been so pleasing, and you could feel it towards the end, the confidence come back. All right, I know we was only playing against 10 men, but you could see the confidence, you know, just lift the whole team towards the end. And, you know, like I said, we could have got more goals to finish them off, really.
Is the feeling that you can pull it round now?
Yeah, I mean, we've always been positive this season. You know, we've always, you know, worked hard, and unfortunately we haven't got our just desserts sometimes. So hopefully, you know, it's a learning curve as well. This league is very difficult, and we feel that we're learning enough now, and hopefully it's not too late that we can pull ourselves out of it.